Hello, my name is Jose Maria and this is Metaphysics for Everyone. In this channel, I will explain what is metaphysics and much more about this knowledge of life. Take a deep breath in. Now exhale all the air. Take another deep breath in. Exhale all the air. Take another deep breath in. And just pay attention to your breathing. Start to concentrate in your physical body. Feel your brow, your cheeks, your jaw. Feel your arms, your shoulders, your back. Feel like all your body starts to relax. Your stomach, your legs. Now, relax your mental body. Be focused. And take control on your mind. We relax our emotional body as well. And now just visualize a beautiful landscape. Just imagine a nice place. And just start to pay more attention to detail. Form. Noises. Sounds. Smells. Color. And now just enjoy staying there, in that place, in your imagination. And wherever you are now, you feel like a ray of light is coming from above, illuminating the place where you are. And you start to feel that light which is coming through your head to the top of your head and reaching your heart. And at that point, right in the middle of your chest, feel a little warm, this brightness coming out from your chest, and this light is expanding, growing, until you are all covered with this light. It's a nice sensation. You feel in peace. Your body is resting in peace. Your mind is clear and peaceful. And in total control of your emotions. It's such a great feeling. And this light, which is covering you, still growing and growing, expanding, and the whole room where you are is just plain white light. Now this light is coming out from the place, from your house, from the building, from the blocks where you are now. Now this light is covering all the town, all the city, and its people. It is such a nice sensation of brotherhood. Feeling unconditional love from each other. All the neighborhood, all the town, all the city, the whole continent is connected through unconditional love. This light is expanding and covering the whole planet Earth with this love through all his people. Filling the planet Earth with such a sensation of peace. The truly understanding of the brotherhood and feel that feeling from you to all people around you. Doesn't matter if you know them or if you don't know them. Just feel this feeling of connection. In total unite. now with this sensation as you take a deep breath in, as you breathe out, just slowly open your eyes. Hello everyone, welcome to another class of metaphysics, and I hope you're doing fine with your exercises of metaphysics. And anyway, if you have any question, please just let me know right down in this chat down below, or you can send me an email if you want. Okay. And today we are going to continue reading the next principle, which is the principle of rhythm. Okay. We have these 7 principles, and remember that all of these principles are really connected each other. Okay, they are working out in our life, in every single situation, what is happening to us. Okay, so it is important to realize by yourself through these little exercises that I am proposing to you through these classes. And when you start to realize these 7 principles, then you start to have a taste of what it's like to take more control on your life. Let's say that. In this, we start the principle of rhythm. In the section on vibration, we discuss the inward and unseen oscillations that characterize people, moods, emotions, events, and life in general. When we speak of rhythm, we are talking about the more visible macroscopic cycles shown by all things and beings, the season of the year, the ebb and flow of the tides, the pole-to-pole swing of a pendulum, the repetition of contraction and relaxation of the muscle that sends the lifeblood through our bodies, the predictable cycle of sunspots and solar flares in our sun, and the multi-billion-year cycle of an expanding and contracting universe. So now we're talking about this principle, which is it's talking about the rhythm, but this rhythm is in everything, and every single thing in the universe have its own rhythm. So therefore you have your own rhythm. Okay, let's say that, for example, you notice this when you wake up one day and you don't feel like too confident, or you feel like something is wrong, and you have this, let's say, these little bad days, but then after a while, then you have a good days again, and then another bad days, and so if you pay attention to this, okay, in your life, you will see that it's like the tide, okay, when the rise and the fall, okay, it's like the tide. So let's say that all of us, we have our own tides, okay. So this is a good news for all of us, because life itself start to get meaning, okay, because Sometimes you cannot give explanation of what is happening to you, like when you're waking up and you don't feel like you are in a bad mood. Let's say that. And so how it comes that one day you are better than another. Okay, so when you start to take more control on this principle of the rhythm, that means that you could start to rule your own rhythm as you please. Okay, so that means that you could have always a better day than the day before. Okay, and it is possible, but of course practice needs to be, it is required. Okay, so life, death, rebirth, the fluctuations between the poles. We are subject to all of these tidal rhythms, and we must learn to use them. Let's just pay attention to this. We must learn to use them. That means that now with these classes, we are going to give some theoretical, okay, a theoretical thing, but remember that the theory is about 15%, and the rest is practice, practice, and practice. Okay, so here says that we must learn to use them, okay, rather than being overwhelmed by them. So let's say that until now we haven't known nothing about this principle of rhythm, but now you're starting to be more conscious about this principle of rhythm. Okay, so that means that you, whenever you want, of course, if you will, you can take control of a mood situation. When you are in a bad mood, let's say you are in the negative pole, you can polarize to the positive pole as well, to the cheerful side, let's say, from negative mood to a positive mood. Okay, just as an Aikido master learns to turn his opponent's energy emotions to his own advantage. So basically, if we pay attention to this, we are playing, let's say we are playing with energy. Okay, when you are in a good mood, when you are in a bad mood, it's positive, negative energy. Okay, so it's like, take this, when you are in the negative pole, take this energy to transmuting, to polarizing to the positive pole. And how do we do that? How do we change our state of mood? We do this through polarization. Okay, remember that the last principle was the principle of polarity, and now we are talking about polarization. We have to polarize energy, basically. Okay, we do this through polarization, using the rhythm in our own life as a surfer uses the enormous power of a cresting wave, always staying just ahead of its collapse. Once you have acquired a significant measure of spiritual control over yourself, remember that this is like inside job, like a spiritual job, that all of us, we must do if we want to take more control in our life. Okay, you can develop a rhythm of your own. Okay, and this is a tricky thing, because once you know how to polarize, but first of that you need to be aware of your mental state, of your emotional state as well. That's why I suggest to start to check start to check yourself at any moment. Like, for example, 2 times a day or 3 times a day, ask yourself this question. What kind of thoughts am I having right now? Are positive or are negative? What kind of emotions am I having right now? Is a positive emotion or a negative emotion? Okay? Then when you realize your state of consciousness, okay, let's say I am fine, or I am happy, or I am unhappy, or I am angry, I am envying someone else, or I am hating someone else, or I am annoyed, or I am exciting. All of these state of minds are a state of consciousness, and at that very moment, when you check yourself, when you make these kind of questions to yourself, then you realize where are you, in the negative pole, in the middle pole, in the positive pole, and when you realize that, then if you will, of course, you can polarize, right? But we need to be aware, really, of our state of mind as many times as we can. Okay, so I suggest to start making these 3 questions 3 times a day, at least. Okay. Learning to move with the positive flow and avoid the negative ebb. This is possible because there are 2 levels of mental processes. The wave is on the lower plane, and so we can make use of the positive crest to reach positive polarity, and then elevate our thoughts to the higher mental plane, remaining at that positive pole while the wave collapses, leaving that negative undertow with nothing to hold on to. To use another analogy, it's something like riding a roller coaster to its highest point and stepping off onto a convenient platform before it begins its downward plunge. Okay? So, this is quite easy. The principle of freedom is very easy, of course, when you are aware of your state of conscious. Okay, because all what you need to do is just polarize. Remember that polarize is changing your state of mind or your state of consciousness from the negative pole to a positive pole. And that is quite easy because throughout all these classes I have given you already so many tricks, okay, so many tools to work out with your consciousness and to change polarity. It's very easy. Just start to change your thoughts from negative to positive, and then give some emotion to them, and then you will see that from, let's say, when we are angry, if we really concentrate in this at that very moment, of course, not before or after, at that very moment when you are angry and you are annoyed and you want to, I don't know, do something nasty to someone else, okay? When you have that feeling, okay, and you are aware and you want to be in control, then you must make a little effort, of course, to change your negative thoughts to a positive thoughts. And then when you do that at that very moment, the tricky thing and the point is just polarize, but not just polarize, because if you try to do this, you will see that it's quite easy. the point is to stay in the positive pole. Just stay there for a long time, because whenever you forget that thing of polarizing, then it's coming back to the negative pole. Okay, this is I could take it as a game. Okay, just polarize and be focused, concentrate, stay in the positive pole. With the time, you will master this action and you will stay in the positive pole easily. But when you start to trying this exercise of polarizing, at the beginning is quite slippery, okay? Because when you forget in your mind that you have to hold onto the positive pole, then the negative condition is like knocking again, okay? And it's taking you to the negative side. But you need to stick onto the positive pole and stay there, okay? That is easy, it's very easy, but you need to be focused and aware, okay? Specific treatments for elevating yourself to the higher mental plane and for positive polarization will be found in all 4 of the books in this series. Once you understand the principles, however, you will be able to create your own treatments of prayers in your own words. Remember, words are powerful, but it is your faith that gives them that power. Okay, we need to believe on what we are doing. Okay, just do this as an experiment. Okay, when you do this experiment, then you have some experiences, and when you pass through all these experiences and you say, okay, I have checked these exercises and I know I have realized that it works. So then you are earning this faith or believing that this principle of rhythm is really working. And when you start to be more confident about this principle of rhythm, and when you start to practice a lot and you start to realize it, then you are really mastering it. Okay, so the only thing that I suggest is just practice. Okay, just I recommend to practice this exercise during this week. Just whenever something wrong happens, whenever you feel, or when you wake up in a bad mood that day, these silly days, just realize that as early as you can, okay? And just ask this question 3 times a day: how I am feeling now, what kind of feelings, what kind of thought am I having now? 3 times a day, remember. And practice this during the whole week, just this week. And if you check out that you are in negative pole, polarize your thoughts in the positive pole and stay in the positive pole. This could be a great exercise, and I hope you're doing fine, and I hope you're mastering this principle of freedom. Of course, this principle is just not to practice in just 1 week. Okay, it's supposed to be for the good use throughout all your life. Okay, and as much as you practice, as much as you're going to be master of it. Okay, so I hope that this principle, this knowledge, is going to be useful for you, and I give you thank you for this class, and see you next week. So thank you very much. Bye.